Seeing colorful warblers is one of the highlights of spring bird migration in the eastern United States, and in certain locations, you can see a variety of different species in a single morning. Today, my brother Ryan and I are out to see how many warbler species we can find while birding around Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It is mid-May and the warblers are out in full force, so Ryan and I are going to see how many we can find. We're starting at a place called Weir Nature Center, and I'm already hearing some great noises, so let's see how many warblers we can get. We began our search on a forest trail along a river, and immediately spotted a magnolia warbler, and many American redstarts and chestnut-sided warblers. An additional bonus was seeing an American mink walking along the shoreline. A little further down, we also spotted a Tennessee warbler high up in the trees.
I think we have 4 species already. We got magnolia, we got American redstart, we got chestnut-sided, and now a Tennessee warbler high up in the tree. It's a place you'll see Tennessee warblers a lot is high up in the treetop, so we're doing all right so far. There's definitely birds around. We'll see if we can pick out any more species.
Feeling good about the warblers we saw so far, things got even more exciting when we spotted one of my favorites.
Canada warbler in here someplace. That's a really nice one to find.
Canada warbler is one of my all-time favorites. Beautiful necklace. Didn't hang around for too long, but got some media. Identifiable. That's all we can ask for today for our warbler watch. After the excitement of seeing the Canada warbler, we started hearing another warbler singing. We're hearing a blue-winged warbler, which would be one we really want to get eyes on. But the vocalization is pretty distinctive. It's like a kind of a splat noise.
What do you think so far?
I think we're doing good. We have, Canada I feel like is a really, really cool one. There's some we've heard but have not seen, like blue wing, so we're going to try to track that down real quick and then we'll keep moving here. Although we weren't able to get eyes on the blue-winged warbler, we had some more good finds further down the trail. Just had a female black-throated blue warbler, which looks absolutely nothing like the males, but they're really pretty in their own way. They have a lot of cream tones to them, so that's a really good pickup. We followed the warblers and noticed one that was actually behaving like another more common species. Picked up black and white warbler, and they're pretty distinctive because they look like a zebra. They're black and white, and they act like a nuthatch. They're crawling around the trunk of the tree or branches of the tree. And then there's also a really angry gray catbird. Well, I guess I don't know if he was angry, but he was making his meow noise a lot while eating some berries. So that was interesting.
When looking for warblers, it's always a good idea to find some water, especially running water, because the water attracts the insects, which of course attracts the insect-eating birds, such as warblers. So this is a great spot. The birds have a ton of cover, they're picking off insects, and it's a really nice, peaceful place to go birding as well. So far, very nice morning.
Another highlight was seeing a beautiful Blackburnian warbler, along with some other species. So we've hit a good little pocket of warblers, and they do seem to hang out in groups together, so you won't see anything for a little bit, then you'll find where all of them are. You'll have a ton of them there, then they'll kind of move down. Just kind of got to find the activity. Stop by this other section of bridge, and the habitat looks great, but there's not many birds here. I think we saw like 2 magnolias as far as warblers, so we're going to see if some other areas yield some better results. In a more open section of the nature center, we stopped to look at some birds foraging in the flowers. In these beautiful crabapple blossoms, there are a ton of Tennessee warblers, and there's just something special about seeing a warbler in a flowering crabapple tree. So we're seeing if there's anything else, but if we're not finding too much, I think we're going to head to our next location. Our next stop was one of our favorite Milwaukee birding locations, Lake Park, which has trails above a ravine with the option to walk inside the ravine itself. This allows you to be able to see more parts of the landscape and makes for an extremely pleasant experience. We're here at our next destination, Lake Park. We have about 10 warbler species so far, but we have a lot of common ones that we haven't gotten yet, like yellow rumps and palms. Hopefully we can pick those up here at Lake Park and some other more uncommon species. One of the first birds we noticed wasn't actually a warbler at all, but another interesting resident of Lake Park.
Got a cool woodpecker species, red-headed woodpecker. This is a great spot for them. You can actually hear one kind of screaming in the background right now. Really striking species. It shows it's not just about the warblers in spring. There's a ton of cool stuff to look at.
After appreciating the red-headed woodpeckers, we turned our attention to the warblers, which were incredibly abundant and we immediately started checking off new species for the day.
Nashville. Right in here. It's low. It's in my camera if you want to see it.
Oh, nice
Nashville
Blackburnian right there.
Boom.
Beautiful.
Had a pretty good warbler, the Cape May warbler, which is one of the more colorful ones. Just spotted it across this ravine and got some looks at it while it was preening, which was cool. Also had palm warbler, a ton of Blackburnian warblers here, which of course are beautiful. So we're definitely picking up some species. We've added a handful of new ones, and it sounds like there's more around to get as well. So this does seem like it's a good spot. We'll see what else we can pick out.
Just had some nice pickups with really great views of an orange crown warbler, and then a northern parula that was sitting really nicely, and then a common yellowthroat, which I didn't really expect to see here. I thought maybe we would have to go to a marshy habitat to see it, but it was a nice male, had the little black mask like a bandit. So we are cruising here at Lake Park. There's tons of activity. It's really cool.
I think everyone's figured out this is the hot spot today. There's a ton of other birders here just trying to point stuff out, so it's definitely the place to be right now, it seems.
Out of all the warblers we were seeing at Lake Park, one new species stood out to us with its unique reddish coloration.
One of the coolest warblers that, in my opinion, we got so far is the bay-breasted warbler. They're really unique looking. Their color is actually named after a horse color, which is kind of a reddish brown, and they have some cream on the back of the neck for the male. So really beautiful bird, really unique in terms of the coloration of warblers, and we got it.
We're gonna walk the ravine trail, which kind of takes you lower to see if we can find an oven bird, but it also gives us a different perspective. We're now looking up a little bit more, which isn't always great, but we might be able to see some things now that we're at a lower level. In the ravine, we ran into a nice flock of warblers that included some new species for the morning. Just picked up blackpoll warbler, and there's so much activity. Kind of seems like it's centered on one particular spot, but there's just everywhere you look, there's warblers flying around. These are the kind of days you dream of at the start of migration. You're like, I can't wait for there to be warblers everywhere, and we're living it right now. Eventually, we were able to find our target bird for the ravine trail, skulking in the leaves. We got a really skulky oven bird, and that is our 20th species for the day. So I think that's a pretty solid warbler day. We're gonna walk around a little bit more to see what else we can find, but I'm pretty solid with 20, and the volume of birds has been really nice. This is probably one of our best days this spring. Before leaving Lake Park, we added one more warbler to our list, the black-throated green warbler, bringing our total to 21 species. Overall, we had a fantastic time looking for these small, bright birds in the Milwaukee area, and felt pleased with our total. Which warblers have you seen this year? Let us know in the comments below, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Badgerland Birding.